Welcome everyone, my name is Rigel, and this is the start of my Tampere vlog. Now, I'll be honest, I don't have a lot to film. I'm just filming this for the sake of having some kind of B-roll footage, I suppose. But yeah, I am here in Tampere, and as I record this, it is about 1:30 in the morning, so you can imagine I'm a little bit sleepy. Although probably not as much as you'd think. I did almost doze off during the flight, but yeah. Or maybe I should say flights, because from Vilnius I had to take 2 flights to get to Tampere. The first one from Vilnius was to Riga, because I was taking Air Baltic, and then from Riga I took a plane to Tampere, and I also found out that apparently Air Baltic has what it calls Air Baltic cities, and hey, what do you know, Tampere is one of them, while Helsinki is not. So yeah, I took Air Baltic here. I suspect that will be a pretty frequent occurrence as I progress through national final season. So yeah, here I am in Tampere. If you're wondering, this hotel is Holiday Inn. This is Holiday Inn Tampere. And part of me wishes that I had gotten a train from Helsinki to Tampere, because this hotel is actually right next to the train station. I don't know if I can show it from here. I'm not sure this has the view for that, but I'm here in my hotel after a very pricey taxi. Like, I was thinking, was it going to hit 50 euros? And yeah, it did. So yeah, pro tip, maybe don't take the taxi at 1:30 a.m. from the airport to the hotel. And I should also note that if you ever come here in the future, it's actually kind of far from the airport to Tampere, because the city and the airport are actually kind of disconnected, because the airport is, if you look at the full name, it's called Tampere Pirkala, which is to my understanding anyway, a whole separate district of its own, separate from Tampere. So when you come in, you go through the airport and you're actually in Pirkala rather than in Tampere, and so you have to go from the airport to Tampere. You have to take a whole separate transport, as opposed to, say, Vilnius, where you get off and you can just take the bus and boom, you're there in about 10 minutes. So yeah, just something to keep in mind there. You know, obviously Finland is a very big place. So yeah, if you're coming here in the future, of course I won't be uploading this in time, but if you're coming here in the future, just keep that in mind. It's pretty far, actually, and if possible, try to plan it so you can take the bus. I'm just too tired right now to take the bus. I vaguely know how to do it. I have the bus ticket app installed and everything, but yeah, I haven't gotten it fully set up yet, so I just wanted to take a taxi and be done with it for the day. And so yeah, here I am in my hotel after spending more than 50 euros on a singular taxi. So yeah, pro tip, maybe don't do that next time. Well, pro tip to myself. But yeah, basically, I'm actually recording this, well, technically it's the very morning of Saturday, although I started on my journey on Friday night. So yeah, basically in less than 24 hours we will be watching the live final of UMK. I'll try to meet some of the people that I know. I know someone who's also coming to Tampere to watch UMK, and I'll see what happens, and of course I'll have to figure out the bus ticket. And after UMK, I'm actually pretty much staying for a whole extra day, because the plane tickets were weird, and I basically was only able to get a ticket for like literally 11 p.m. on Sunday. I originally wanted to arrive back in Vilnius on Sunday, but that wasn't possible, at least for the flights that I was booking. So I had to take a flight that was gonna leave at around 11 p.m. on Sunday and arrive back in Vilnius around 8 a.m. and after which I pretty much just go straight to class. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. And yeah, there's a lot of other things I can talk about right now, but one thing I do want to talk about, at least on this journey, was the lack of passport control, which felt weird to me. I'm used to having to show my passport every time I cross a border, but I came here into Tampere and there's nothing like that at all. The passport control booths, I guess you would call them, were all closed, and yeah, I literally just went in because I didn't have any check-in baggage. I just went through and yeah, I went around looking for passport checks, but there weren't any. So yeah, that's definitely something that kind of surprised me. Maybe I'm doing this wrong, who knows. Let me know if I am, but I'm pretty sure this is kind of intra-Schengen thing. From Vilnius to Tampere is obviously both in Schengen, so maybe because of that I don't have to show my passport. I don't know, but I'm still not really an EU citizen, so yeah, I have no idea. I just didn't have to show my passport. There wasn't any place for me to show my passport, so yeah, that was that. And yeah, that's basically it. I'll definitely be filming more tomorrow and probably the day after as well, and I'll be exploring what Tampere has to offer beyond the Nokia Arena and of course UMK 24. Another thing I want to talk about is my dormitory, and one of the reasons I'm really glad to be doing all these trips all over is because my dorm is just depressingly small. I haven't taken any photos of it for multiple reasons, one of which is just privacy. There's a whole other roommate and everything, and the other is that there's just not a lot to take photos of. It's just really small, the entire room is smaller than my room that I had back home. So yeah, this is just depressing to me, I guess. It does have a little fridge, which is nice. You can put soft drinks and such in there. But beyond that, the room is just really small, and so I'm glad I've chosen to go to all these places, and I can live in hotels which have 2 beds for some reason. I booked for a double bed and not 2 single beds, but whatever, I'm fine with this. So yeah, likewise, I'm also gonna be staying at a hotel in various places, including Copenhagen, Klaipeda next week actually. So yeah, that's going to be exciting. And also, I think the first week of April as well is a holiday at my university, so I'm definitely going to hop somewhere else, maybe go to Riga, maybe Tallinn, who knows, I'll figure something out. But yeah, my dormitory is just depressingly small and also depressingly remote from pretty much anything productive in Vilnius. Literally, if I want to do anything at all, it's pretty much a 30-minute bus ride out and then another 30-minute bus ride back in. So yeah, it's pretty much an entire outing if I want to go literally anywhere. So yeah, that is something that's not so nice about my studies at Vilnius University. But yeah, I guess this is what happens to all sorts of student accommodation. I know that basically if it's cheap, which it pretty much is, it's cheap. It's not very clean, it's very small, but yeah, sometimes you just have to make do. And now I think I'm just gonna put everything away and take a shower and just go to sleep. And I'll see you tomorrow. find something to eat, and then at night we'll be watching the big show with me not knowing any of the songs of UMK beforehand. Actually, one last thing, at least from the little bit that I've encountered so far, Tampere isn't as cold as I thought it would be, which is kind of crazy considering it is like 15 or 25 degrees below zero right now. But remember, I come from a place that is already below zero. Like, I'm from Vilnius, I'm coming from Vilnius. Which right now I would say is about -5 degrees Celsius. So yeah, maybe it's because of that I've grown used to the weather around here. So at least for the several minutes maybe that I was out, it really didn't feel as cold as I thought it was going to feel. So yeah, that's interesting. And also, I didn't really film anything at Riga airport because, I'm sorry to say, it's just not very interesting. Like, it had a lot of the chains you can also find in Lithuania, like Caffeine and Narvesen. They're also in Latvia as well. And I think Hesburger as well, but I didn't see any Hesburger in Riga airport. But yeah, other than that, it wasn't very interesting. There was a bunch of kind of touristy stuff at the duty-free stores, but I wasn't really interested in that because it was just expensive. So yeah, I didn't really film anything at Riga airport, but yeah, I like traveling through different places, seeing different things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow and what Tampere has to provide. Alright, so I just woke up. It is around 4 p.m. No, I did not sleep for that long. I only went to bed around 9 a.m. actually, because for some reason I decided to spend several hours just rolling in bed, not taking a shower. But anyways, erratic sleeping schedules aside, yeah, today's a new day in Tampere, and I'm going to go get some food before I head to the Nokia Arena. I found this cool burger joint, and again, like I mentioned last night, there's not really a lot of quote unquote authentic Finnish food over here. No offense, but I think that's for the better. But yeah, there's a burger place. There's actually several burger places, including also, of course, Hesburger and also Burger King, which I might have myself after the show, because those, or at least Burger King is 24 hours. So yeah, there's that, and yeah, so but for now I'm gonna go to a kind of more higher class, I suppose, burger place. It's more expensive. I think they've got more options. They make their own fries and such. So yeah, I'm gonna go there, try it out, and I think pretty much from there I'm just gonna go straight to the arena, because again, it's already 4 p.m. Assuming I take about an hour to eat, it'll be about 5 p.m. or a bit past that once all is said and done. And no, I still haven't listened to the UMK songs. Maybe I should do that before I leave. I'm not really sure. But the show only begins at 8 p.m. even though entrance at the venue at the Nokia Arena starts at 6 p.m. So yeah, it might be a while before that happens, so I might, actually just sit here and listen to the songs right before I go to eat and to the arena. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, this is my, I guess, formal first day in Tampere. And if you're asking why I'm not really waking up early to explore the city, well, that's because I'm exploring the city tomorrow. So yeah, with that said, that's this little segment from the hotel. I'm probably going to listen to the UMK songs, and then I'm going to head out to get some food, and then head to the Nokia Arena. Alright, it's 5 p.m. now. I've just spent a bunch of time finally listening to the UMK songs, and I've got the ranking right here. You can see that. You can also just see it on Twitter, but basically my idea is that it's not as strong as previous years. I think it kind of peaked in 2023, I would say. No offense, but still a pretty good selection of songs, and a very diverse selection of songs for sure. But yeah, I really hope that neither Vox Populi or Windows 95 Man will win, because then I will lose faith in Finland. I think the choice is very clear. It's Sara Sipola. I've seen the staging clips from Guarimua. I don't know why I'm switching between the artist name and the song name like this, but yeah. The song Guarimua is great. I love it. The music video is brilliant. But let's just say that the staging clips that we've seen from UMK so far don't really inspire much confidence. So yeah, great song to listen to as a studio cut or as a music video to watch, but I wouldn't really bet on it going to Eurovision or even winning UMK. Or yeah, basically the live performance doesn't look great, at least at this stage, but who knows, maybe we're not seeing the full picture or whatever. So yeah, I would continue to bet on Sara Sipola. I'll be honest, I did not expect a song with trap drums in it, but I don't know, it works. You know, you can shout from your rooftops, Mount Baskana. Yeah, it's great. I think it is definitely the best choice for Finland for Eurovision. So we'll have to see what happens. But I personally will be cheering on Sara Sipola to win, and for Guarimua for Senior Sabotage to not get last place, as Finnish language gay anthems at UMK tend to do. So yeah, let's see how that goes. But yeah, for now, that is it for my review of UMK. And also, I wanted to correct myself from earlier. I said that the show starts at 8 p.m., but actually it doesn't. It starts at 9 p.m. 8 p.m. is, I think, GMT plus 1, and well, Finland and Lithuania are an hour ahead of that. So yeah, it's actually only going to start at 9 p.m., but the entrance starts at 6 p.m. So, yeah, I'm recording this at 5 p.m., so I really need to, get going now. I need to get some food. Although I don't actually strictly have to enter at 6 p.m., obviously, again, the show only starts at 9, but, I think it is still good to go in there early and kind of, I guess, soak up the atmosphere. If possible, maybe get a few drinks or whatever. But yeah, that is UMK. This is my first ever national final that I'll be watching in person. The second of which will, of course, be Eurovisia Taškas LT, which is next week, by the way. And after that, I think it's Melfest. I got a ticket from the final of Melfest, and I'm gonna go to Stockholm in March, so that's gonna be very exciting as well. And then after that, we've got a bunch of pre-parties. I think I'm going to Barcelona and in Amsterdam, although that does depend on whether Tali gets confirmed for either of those. If they do, then I might have to cancel. Although I could just protest on the spot, But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I think I've talked about this before, maybe not on the vlog, but actually on the same day that Eurovision concert in Amsterdam is taking place, Cornelia Jacobs has a concert in Västerås in the Steam Hotel in Sweden. So yeah, I actually sold the ticket to one of my Twitter oomphs, and maybe I'll have to get that money back. or actually return the money, and maybe I'll go to Västerås myself, depending on whether Tali is confirmed. We'll see. I don't know. I do still, a priori, I still want to go to the pre-party, but we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, for now, I am going out for food, and then after that, I am heading to the Nokia Arena. Maybe I'll try to film something on location. Maybe not, I'll see. Maybe I'll just get some B-roll footage and talk over it afterwards. And yeah, that's about it. The show, I think, goes to either... I think it goes to 10 p.m., 11 p.m., something like that. Although I did hear that there is an after party that goes to 4 a.m., which unfortunately I don't think I'll be attending because I need to watch San Remo. And so that's about it. I'm gonna go out, get some food now, and go and watch my first ever national final.
pistemäärät, se on 273.
Alright, it's about 3 a.m. now, and I am back from UMK. Or actually, I've been back from UMK for quite a while now. The reason it's taken me this long to film this is because my phone was about to die, and I had to charge back up a little bit before filming. So yeah, here I am. I believe the after party at the Nokia Arena is still going on. I believe it goes on until 4 a.m. So you know, if you're still there, have fun or whatever. But yeah, I've been back for a while now, and in case you missed it, this is how I look. You can see beyond of the wires, I have a Gap hoodie. If you saw a socially awkward Asian guy walking around with a Gap hoodie, that was probably me. Although I would note that I'm actually not the only Asian in there, which is quite interesting. But yeah, I was wearing a Gap hoodie, and I'll probably be wearing another hoodie when I go to future events. So yeah, this was me. This is how I looked, and if you see me at a future event, feel free to say hi. For example, today I met up with Haney, who is another person in one of the group chats that we share, and I also met up with Renata from the eSpot Pod. She basically runs the account solo by now, so I don't know why it's still called the pod. I don't think she has done a podcast episode in ages, so whatever. But yeah, I met up with Renata for a bit from eSpot Pod. She's super nice, super talkative in a good way. Yeah. And she was also dressed in very, very green makeup and outfits and everything. Although I did read that she didn't have a great experience actually like sitting in the arena, because apparently a kid behind her was like coughing and stuff. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But I had a better experience. I was just sat to the side, and the person sitting next to me and behind me or whatever was pretty normal. But yeah, with that said, let's get into the spoils. First off, the earplugs are actually not from there. I brought them from home, actually. My mom gave them to me. I'm not sure where she got them, but these are good if your ears are sensitive and you don't want to hurt your hearing by having too loud of a bass hurt. I'm not really sure what I'm talking about here, but yeah, get some earplugs if you're going to a lot of loud concerts. I think that would really benefit you. I also got this bottle of water. It's this very weird thing where they confiscate your liquids. I actually have my own water bottle with water in it, and then basically if you want water at all or any drink whatsoever, you have to pay basically at least €4, which is what I paid for this little bottle of water, which I didn't even finish. I did not intend to make that pun, but yeah, another drink I also got was one of the cocktails. They had many cocktails. A lot of them were kind of based around the participants this year. Like their gin and tonic was called I think gin and sipola, and also the Sidekick song is called Dancing with Demons. Well, they had a cocktail which was made with limoncello, I think that's what it's called, and they called it Dancing with Lemons. So yeah, that was interesting, but what's not so interesting is how goddamn expensive those cocktails were. Like every cocktail, at least the alcoholic ones were all 11 euros worth, which, I mean, gosh, I thought I was getting ripped off when I got a 10 euro pina colada in Vilnius, but yeah, that is goddamn expensive. It's a little better if you're going for non-alcoholic ones, but with those you have a much more limited choice, and even then it still runs you up like 6 or 7 euros, I think. So yeah, I've been looking at this pack for a while now, so let's take a look at the actual spoils. Alright, so here's my stuff. I got a bunch of merch, which was really expensive, but at the same time I don't think I'll have another chance in the next couple of weeks or even months to really get this kind of merch. So if not now, then when, right? So yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna go to Helsinki. I want to, but the Helsinki show for Cornelia Jacobs is not on a weekend, so I can't really go there. So yeah, unfortunately, I had to spend a lot of money on this merch. Starting with probably the most expensive piece, this Garia hoodie. Now you can see it says Garia at the front, and at the back it also says Garia in bigger letters. Now the reason I chose this instead of some other Garia merch was because it's probably the piece I'm most likely to wear. You can already tell I like hoodies, and yeah, I'm probably more likely to wear this than anything else, except for maybe t-shirts, but I also feel like t-shirts are a little bit obvious in terms of merch, but I did get a few t-shirts, not for Garia though. I got this, and this was already expensive enough, so I didn't want to get like the Garia mug, which was 25 euros, and this ran me up 80 euros. This was probably the most expensive piece of merch in the entire store. So yeah, that was not fun, but again, if not now, then when, right? So yeah, let's take a look at the other merch that I also got, starting with Kuma socks. I don't know why they were selling socks, to be honest, but yeah, I got a pair of Kuma socks. These are red. I think you can also get them in blue, which is pretty cool. So you can see it's, I think it's made of cotton. I can't really read Finnish, obviously, but yeah, these are cool. I don't often see a lot of artists make socks part of their merch. But speaking of Guma, I also got a t-shirt from Guma. It's not their typical design. I think they have one which wears just like that logo and then the word Guma. And this is a little bit different, a little bit more simplistic, but you can see that's also very clearly the Guma logo. I don't actually care for Guma that much, but I think these are some pretty cool designs, even generically speaking, so hey, why not? And I do think Ylivoimainen is a good song. So after that, I got some Baskana merch. Where's this one? It's called just Baskana but will survive. I'm not sure what that exactly means because that's kind of technically grammatically incorrect. But yeah, I got this. There's also a black Baskana t-shirt, I think, where it literally just says Baskana. And speaking of black and Baskana, I got this tote bag. This is the exact design I was talking about earlier with the t-shirt. You can get this on a t-shirt basically. It's just black and then Baskana. But yeah, I got this, which is pretty cool. People don't really know what Baskana means, probably outside of Finland. And yeah, that's about it. There was also the kind of sleeping eye mask that you can get, which actually Sara Sipola herself was wearing during the voting sequence, I believe, or something like that. But yeah, you could get that. I'm not really interested in eye masks. I don't, need eye masks to sleep, and yeah, so I didn't really get that, but it would have been cool if I did, but it would have run me up like another 20-30 euros, something like that. But yeah, each of these pieces are probably themselves like 30-20 euros, something like that. And yeah, I did say to Renata that I'm not made of money, but again, if not now, then when, right? I'd love to go to a Sara Sipola concert or something like that, but sometimes I just don't have the time, and I've been told by some Finnish friends that they don't do concerts on weekends. So yeah, I got this merch, and hopefully sometime in the near future I'll be able to get some Cornelia Jacobs merch. So yeah, there's that. And actually, speaking of merch, remember that, you know, next week I'm actually going to Klaipeda for the final of Eurovision Daskes LT, and actually a lot of people have been clamoring over the jerseys. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, it's kind of football jersey type design, but it says Eurovision Daskes LT on it. And that's one thing I definitely want to get as well. I don't know if I really care about the other merch items, but the t-shirt, the jersey, that is definitely something I'm looking for. Hopefully I'll put up a photo right about now. Yeah, it's really cool. A few people have been wearing it on the national final, and yeah, that's definitely something I want to bring back as a little souvenir of sorts. And yeah, after that, again, I want to get some Cornelia Jacobs merch, and we'll just see what they have to offer. I have been told it's very expensive, but you know, such is life. And also, I'm getting a little bit of a scholarship later, or hopefully I am. I fulfilled the requirements for the scholarship, and we'll see when I can get it. So yeah, there's that. And let's go back to the show for now. I think it was great. The arena was huge again, and I got to see, not necessarily meet, I got to see a bunch of Eurofans in their natural habitat. Like I mentioned earlier, I actually chatted with Renata from eSpot Pod for a little bit, but I also saw Oona, Oona, you know her from Twitter. I didn't really talk to her, but I did talk to Heini, as I mentioned earlier, and Heini did talk to Oona for a little bit. And yeah, she's pretty well known on Twitter if you follow like Micah and the gang and the like. And also Gabe, of course. I didn't really see Gabe actually, but I did see Faith. You might know Faith. She's the I think graphic designer from England who actually traveled all the way here to Tampere to watch UMK, and yeah, I saw her a few times, but because she doesn't really know me, she just kind of maybe stared a little bit when I went past, and that's fair enough. Like, how often do you expect? How often do you see an Asian guy going to a Finnish national final, right? So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, that was really cool, and I'm hoping to meet more Eurofans as I go to, like, you know, pre-parties and such, or just other national finals, really, because remember, after Eurovision Daskes LT, the next national final I'm going to is Melfest. I'm going to the final of Melfest, and of course Melfest also had a semi-final tonight, actually, while UMK was going on. And I'll talk about that in my upcoming video, but yeah, that's what happened. I think Liamu and also Maria Soar qualified for the final, direct till final. But yeah, there's that. I'm definitely gonna watch the final. Hopefully we'll have, you know, Dotter and also, you know, Danus Ostedo or whatever. That's going to be interesting, and maybe I'll meet a few more Eurofans there. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, this was a very, very interesting experience, definitely a first-time experience for me, and I guess it's a little bit of a taste of what would happen if Finland were to win Eurovision in the near future. It's not happening in 2024, let's just say that, but they definitely have what it takes, I think, to take it home this decade. So yeah, we'll have to see how Windows 95 men do at Eurovision. And also I realized I didn't really talk about what I thought of the results, and I'll actually go into that a bit more on my video reviewing this week's national finals. Actually, as we speak, one national final is still happening, and that is San Remo. You can see right here, those are the finalists. the finalists for the super final, so people can vote for Irama, Gali, Angelina Mango, Giulia, and Annalisa. And I don't know about you, but I don't really feel like Giulia should be winning, because literally the only people voting for him is the people from like Naples, and people get very defensive there about their Napolitano. And yeah, so I hope he doesn't win just because of that kind of internal nationalism thing. I think Annalisa has the best song and the best performance overall, but those are my personal opinions. So yeah, that's pretty much it really about the national finals that are happening today, but I will be doing a full video later when San Remo ends, and hopefully and actually most likely that video will probably come out before this one, because I am very, very slow at editing vlogs. As of recording this, I only just uploaded day 2 of Vilnius, and I still have 2 more days to go. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, this is pretty much it for my vlog in Tampere. It's not ending here actually. I'm hopefully going to do at least a little bit more, one more segment tomorrow, but I'm not going to be in the hotel tomorrow. I'm pretty much just, I might do a segment in the morning, and after that I'll put some B-roll footage of just me walking around Tampere until I have to take the bus to go to the airport and fly back to Vilnius, and maybe in Tallinn during my stopover that lasts like 6 hours. Maybe there I'll film a little something as well, who knows, but yeah, that is pretty much it for my first ever live national final. Results aside, I think it went very well. The interval acts were very entertaining. Garia performing with Erika Wikman, the song called Oroska, that was really good as well. So yeah, that was really cool. The national final, I don't think the songs were that strong, to be honest. I listened to them this morning, as I talked about earlier in this vlog, and I don't think it was as strong as 2023 or 22 even, but it was still a pretty diverse national final, and there were some really, really good songs in there. Cough Cough, Sini Sabotage, and Sara Sipola. So yeah, those 2 were my kind of absolute favorites. The rest were alright, but I'm just gonna say that in terms of the results, Windows 95 Man was not one of my favorites. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but basically Sara Sipola is second in my ranking, or was second in my ranking, at least like pre-live performances, and Windows 95 Man was basically my second to last place. So yeah, make of that what you will. That's basically my opinion of Windows 95 Man, and yeah, that's basically my opinion of Windows 95 Man, and that's about it. I think their upgrade of the national final from a smaller venue to a bigger one was definitely a good success, and I hope that in future years Finland will have what it takes to take the trophy at Eurovision, but probably not 2024. So that said, yeah, this is about it for tonight. Again, I'm gonna try to do a segment tomorrow morning, but I'll have to see how busy I get trying to pack all of this stuff into my non-existent suitcase. So yeah, wish me luck on that, and tomorrow maybe I'll do a little more on this video, and maybe I'll do a little segment while I'm in Tallinn as well during my transfer. Actually, one last thing I forgot to mention was that some of the other Eurofans that were there actually got photos with some of the UMK artists. Like I saw that some people had gotten photos with Sara Sipola, and I actually saw during the show itself that some people had actually gone pretty much as close as possible to the green room where the artists were, and actually some of them even got selfies with Sexmain, I believe. So yeah, that was very interesting, and I kind of wish I would have done that. However, I actually basically just left the arena after they announced Windows 95 Man as the winner, and I didn't really return, and maybe I should have done that once, most people had left, and then gone back in to like take a photo with some of the artists, with maybe just Sara Sipola and Sini Sabotage. Who knows, maybe I should have done that, but you may or may not know I'm just very much socially awkward, and maybe I'll do that next time. Maybe when I go to Melfest, I'll take a photo with Dotter or something. Who knows? But yeah, this time I didn't really do that. And basically after the performance, after the show, actually, I met up with Haney again. We talked a little bit about how we want Finland to not qualify. Unfortunately, they probably will qualify, but that's a story for a later time. But yeah, we talked about that a little bit. I went and got a cocktail, the aforementioned Dancing with Lemons cocktail. And then after that, I went to get my merch. You can see my merch. And basically after that, I was like, I should probably just go. And yeah, I went and got dinner, or as close to dinner as Taco Bell is. Actually, it's funny that my first ever experience with Taco Bell is in Tampere, of all places. And I thought it was okay. I think it's for something that's it's a fast food chain, but I think it still tastes alright. It tastes exactly how you'd expect it to taste, honestly. Yeah, so it wasn't bad at all, but yeah, it does have its niche for a reason. Most restaurants have already closed at this hour, and the ones that are still open are, either it's big fast food chains like Burger King or McDonald's or Taco Bell, or it's bars and pubs and such, which are loud and or expensive, or just both. So yeah, there is a little bit of a niche, I think, for these fast food chains like Taco Bell here in Tampere. So I had a Taco Bell. I got the Crunchwrap Supreme, which I thought was okay, and I probably won't come back there tomorrow, but that was definitely an interesting experience. Again, it's funny that my first ever experience with Taco Bell is in Tampere in Finland. But yeah, that was alright. Again, it's one of those meals that you have when you're hungover, which I'm not, because I only had one cocktail. When you're hungover, or you just got done partying or whatever, and yeah, that's pretty much perfect for that. And yeah, that was my first experience with Taco Bell, and after that I pretty much just walked back to my hotel, which meant that the travel ticket that I bought for today was pretty much useless. So that's like €6, €7 down the drain. I didn't use the bus a single time because Tampere, or at least the inner parts of Tampere, are very, very walkable. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do more of that walking, so I do wonder whether I even need to get a bus ticket, or, well, actually I need to get it for the airport, but that's about it. Yeah, after all of that, I think, yeah, it was a fun experience for sure. The result may not have been what I wanted it to be, but it was still a very fun show. Got to meet all sorts of people. Yeah, and I will definitely be looking forward to Melfest that I'll be attending in Stockholm in March. So that's it for today. I'll see you in approximately 8 hours, probably, when I walk around Tampere and explore the city without having the burden of UMK on me. So yeah, that's about it for today. Alright, this is my second and last day in Tampere, and I'm actually recording this at 1 p.m. and I probably should have been recording this like 2 hours ago, because most hotels, they have their checkout at 12 p.m. or, well, noon, and I just slept over, to be honest. Like, I went to bed, I want to say at 8 or something like that, because last night I tried to record a video for my my review and preview series where I look at like national finals and stuff, but I recorded for like an hour plus, only to find out that the recording had corrupted. Thank you, OBS. But yeah, I couldn't be bothered to re-record. Obviously, it was already like 7 a.m. at that point, so I decided to do a little segment about UMK because obviously that's the national final that I have been to. Yeah, because of that, I went to sleep late, and obviously because of that, I woke up late. So, but the owner or the person in charge was very nice, and she even apologized for waking me up, which I mean, it's your right actually. So I don't know why she apologized, but yeah, I'm recording this a little bit later than checkout time, but I've basically packed everything, to be honest. The good thing about not bringing like a suitcase or whatever is that you can just put everything away willy-nilly, and well, I still have a lot of stuff to take back to Vilnius. You can see I have that bag of merch, obviously my tote bag of the Vilnius University tote bag, and also my backpack, I suppose. I don't know why I wanted to call it a school bag, but yeah, my backpack, and also what you can see in this shot, but it's my kind of shoe bag for holding my sandals. They don't offer slippers here, so I had to bring these from Vilnius. But yeah, so I actually do have quite a bit of stuff to hold, but fortunately I don't have to be holding all of this until my flight at 11 p.m. Because I don't know if you know this, but most hotels do have a kind of holding service. You can just put your stuff somewhere until you have to pick them up to go to the airport or whatever, which is exactly what I'm going to do later. I'm just gonna put pretty much everything except for my tote bag in there for the rest of the day. And then when the time comes, I'm gonna come back to the hotel and pick up the stuff and take the bus to the airport. So yeah, that's about it. And for today, I think I'm just going to be walking around Tampere. I'll be trying some of their food. I'm gonna try to look for the Peremetsi, which is a pastry that actually comes from Tatars from Tatarstan in Russia. A community of Tatars actually settled here in Tampere, I think during the times of Imperial Russia. And yeah, one thing that really got popular from them was actually the Peremetsi, which is a pastry from traditional Tatar cuisine. In Tatar, I believe it's called Beremich, and yeah, it's also popular back home in Tatarstan. But yeah, I really want to try that. I haven't been able to find it yet, but maybe that's just because all of the shops were closed. So yeah, I'll try to look for that. And of course, I'll try to look for lunch and dinner as well before I head off to the airport. But I don't think I'll be recording any like voiced content until earliest Tallinn. So basically, when I came here, I went via Riga, but when I'm going back, I'm going via Tallinn. So that's obviously the capital of Estonia, but unfortunately I can't be staying long. I'm still staying for like 6 hours though, because the whole booking system is kind of weird, and because I booked so late, I couldn't really get anything more fitting to my schedule, I suppose. And yeah, because of that, I'm gonna have to wait for 6 hours in Tallinn airport to take another flight back to Vilnius, and by that point, I think I'll probably do one last segment and kind of just sign off in Tallinn airport, because I don't really have much to film once I get back to Vilnius, you know, other than maybe landing, and I don't really feel like recording in my dormitory. So yeah, that is about it. So this is the last little voiced segment from Tampere, and hopefully I'll be able to show a little bit more B-roll that I'll be recording randomly around the city, and hopefully I'll have gotten my Peremetsi after a while. We'll have to see what happens. Alright, it is now about, I would say, 1:30 a.m. and I am here in Tallinn airport. Actually, I've been here for, I want to say, an hour now, and yeah, I've still got like 5.5 hours to go because my flight to Vilnius is at 7 a.m. I think I mentioned this earlier, but basically I had to book it late because procrastination, and yeah, I'm recording this right now kind of in public because I am pretty much the only person on this floor right now. I'm on the ground floor. Actually, you can see right outside, you can very vaguely make out my face there, but yeah, I'm actually on the ground floor, and my gate is right there, and I'm actually down one floor from when I actually arrived, but yeah, I am pretty much the only person here right now. Again, the flight is in 5.5 hours, so there's no point coming this early, but I didn't really feel like going out, you know, because I didn't also feel like going back in, so yeah, I'm just staying in here for the next 5.5 hours, I suppose. So yeah, I'm in Tallinn now. It's a cool place. I've been looking around the airport, and actually one thing that was very interesting that I saw on the floor above this one was the Alika piano. Now, you might remember Alika represented Estonia in Eurovision 2023, I think, and she had a very iconic piano that was kind of partially self-playing, and that piano is now in Tallinn airport. In fact, you can't actually visit it because it's actually in the arrivals section, or rather in the current departure section, or yeah, basically if you're flying anywhere, it's in this area, so you would have to get a plane to somewhere else in order to even get access to this piano. But yeah, you can actually play the piano now, which is really, really cool. Obviously it's 1:30, so I'm not gonna play the piano because some people are trying to sleep here. So yeah, it's still a really cool thing, and there's even a card put on top of the piano that actually Alika herself had signed. So yeah, that's really, really cool. So yeah, in case you were wondering what happened to the piano from Alika's performance at Eurovision, well, there it is. It also says Estonia on it instead of the brand of the piano. And for now, I've got this ice cream, this Magnum double sun lover. I thought it was quite interesting. White chocolate mango coconut. I'm gonna eat that in a minute. And near my gate I also have a little kind of massage chair type thing, which I'm going to sit on later and, you know, just chill and maybe try and get some sleep. There's also a kiosk here which is fully automatic, so I can just buy stuff like maybe get a hot chocolate or something if I wanted to, of course. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's really not much to do on this floor. There's a little bit more on the floor above. Again, the Alika piano, and also a few more like cafes and such. So yeah, there's that, and yeah, that's pretty much it for Tallinn. But before that, I also kind of want to talk about my day, but for now, let me just get to my seat first. Alright, so here's my gate. I'm sitting in the massage chair right now. You would have to pay to get an actual massage from this chair, but I'm not paying, so I'm just sitting here and it's still pretty comfy. And yeah, there's the kiosk. Again, I can buy stuff if I want to. But basically today, I actually woke up kind of late. I was busy trying to record videos last night after I got back from UMK, and basically I was trying to do a kind of national finals recap video, and then I recorded for more than an hour and the footage corrupted. So yeah, I wasn't going to do it again because it was already like 7 a.m. by that point, I want to say, or almost 7 a.m. So I recorded a segment about specifically UMK because, you know, that was still fresh on my memory. And hopefully I'm going to record the rest of it when I get back to my dormitory, which is going to be hard, but the good thing is that for Sorry, there's a tractor just kind of went past, clearing the snow. But yeah, sorry. I'm hoping to record the rest of my national finals recap video in the dormitory because while I do have a roommate, I don't have a choice to have a roommate. I have to have a roommate. While I do have a roommate, he's actually away from the dormitory most hours of the day, and he only really comes back around 4 or 5 p.m. I would say, upon which I would have usually gone out for dinner or something like that. So yeah, hopefully during this time I can find some time to just record, because I usually keep my door closed anyways, so yeah, people don't really come and disturb me. Plus, actually, in the free person room next to our room, there's actually only 2 people living, so yeah, even fewer people coming in our rough vicinity. So yeah, hopefully I can get the recording done. There's a little tractor going across. I think this thing is for like clearing snow or something, but yeah, I'm hoping to get the rest of the national finals video recorded soon, but I'll see what I can do, and I'll definitely bring my microphone over to Tampere as well, and I'll see what I can do there. So yeah, that's about it for my national finals video. I hope to get it done ASAP, but yeah, anyways, after that I had to start packing because, like I said, it was 7 a.m. And I hadn't gotten any sleep, but yeah, I had to start packing, and then I went to take a shower, and then I went to try and get some sleep, and oh boy, did I sleep, because I woke up not at the checkout time, which is usually noon. I woke up at 1 p.m. So yeah, that was kind of embarrassing, and when I admitted that I had only just woken up after someone tried to come in to clean the room, they actually apologized for waking me up. I'm not sure why they did that, but because that was kind of my fault. But anyways, yeah, I basically packed up the rest of my stuff. I did a little segment that you saw earlier, and then after that I went out to explore Tampere, or more specifically, I went out to look for the badametsi, which is a pastry which was introduced to Tampere in Imperial Russian times by immigrants from Tatars from Tatarstan in Russia, and the badametsi is actually a very popular thing now in Tampere, so I wanted to look for it, and I did find it. I actually found the cafe where it was originally sold from. However, it was closed because it's Sunday and they just don't work on Sundays. So I had to go instead to this random hot dog stand in the middle of, well, not nowhere, but it was quite a way away from where I was, and I had to take the bus, and well, at least I got some use out of my bus ticket that I got yesterday. So yeah, I went to this random hot dog stand, and I spent €5.90 to get a badametsi, but it was very good, although I would personally not put ketchup and mustard on it, but it was still very tasty, very crispy. The filling is delicious as well. I would highly recommend, and if ever I do visit Tampere again, I hope I'll be able to taste it from the original cafe that sold the first badametsi in Tampere. Oh, and if you're wondering about the etymology of badametsi, it actually comes from the Tatar word for the pastry, which is badamech. So, yeah, from there you get badametsi in Finnish. So that's where the name of the pastry comes from. It's very tasty. It actually doesn't look that much like a pastry. It I would say looks more like a flatbread, but it's very crispy. Yeah, very tasty as well. And yeah, if you ever come back to Tampere, or if you just ever come to Tampere, would highly recommend. I would like to try it again myself. But yeah, anyways, after that I went back to my area, and I went to an Italian restaurant where they, of course, they sell pizzas and stuff, and I went for this blue cheese peach ham and beef pizza. a very, very interesting combination. But yeah, I did that, and then I thought it was okay. Honestly, not as popping as I would have expected it to be, because I actually have had blue cheese pizzas in the past. Actually, Pizza Hut has a blue cheese apple pizza, which I think is actually pretty good. But sadly, I don't think the blue cheese was really popping. It wasn't really very distinctive in the pizza in this case, but it was still a delicious pizza. And also got this drink which was called like Loncero or something like that. I'm not really sure. It's apparently alcoholic. I couldn't really taste the alcohol, but it tasted good, so who cares. So yeah, after that, I went back to the hotel to basically kind of look for what to do next, and I decided to go to supermarkets, because this is one of my favorite things to do when I'm in foreign countries, to look around supermarkets to see what they sell. And the first one I went to was a supermarket called K Market or K Supermarket. I'm not really sure. One of those two. I went to that and I got some stuff. Wait a second, let me actually get it. Alright, so actually I got this. You can see here, banana split eclairs, but you can also see here it says England's finest, which means it was imported from England into Finland, into Tampere. So yeah, I don't know why I bought it there, but there were other flavors like coffee, but I can easily imagine how that would taste. But banana split eclairs, I'm not really sure how that would taste. So I bought it just kind of out of curiosity. I might try it later. I haven't opened it yet. So yeah, that's one thing I got. There were other stuff, but I didn't feel like getting anything that I couldn't finish in this trip. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, so after that I went to Lidl, because Lidl is also very popular in Finland, and the interior design was very similar to the Lidl that you can find in Lithuania, but of course the products are a little different. For example, the small pre-packed ice cream cones, I'm specifying the small ones, you can't find those in Finland. They're seemingly just a thing in Lithuania, and yeah, I couldn't find them in the Lidl that I went to, which actually happened to be right next to my hotel. But yeah, I went there, and then I also got some stuff. I got some ice cream, actually. I got this dime flavored ice cream, which was very good. But actually, the main reason I got the dime ice cream was because I wanted to continue my tradition of buying ice cream in very cold places and eating them on the streets. So yeah, I did that, and then I had the ice cream. It was very good. And I also got 2 cookies from the little bakery. Those are very good as well. Actually tended a little bit towards the crispy side as opposed to the more chewy side, which I also like. Yeah, it tasted very good as well, but it's little, and their baked goods are generally good anyway, so yeah. Anyways, after that, I decided to go back to the hotel once again, because I don't have mobile data. I will soon, probably. Once I get my Lithuanian student card, I can get a discount on an infinite data plan. So yeah, I will have data next time I go to other countries, which will probably be Stockholm in March. I will be going to the final of Melfest, and I should probably start booking the flights and hotel now, so I don't have to get flights with a 6-hour layover. Cough, cough. But yeah, my next time going abroad, I'll be able to use data, because I'll have gotten this infinite data card that also works in other countries in the EEA. So yeah, that would be cool. And after that, I went back to the hotel a second time to kind of look at stuff, and also to do online check-in to get my boarding pass and stuff. And then after that, I pretty much had to go out to get dinner, basically, even though my first meal was relatively late as well. And I decided it was not enough time for me to go to Hesburger. I really wanted to try Hesburger while I was in Finland, but yeah, alas, it was not to be. It was pretty far, so I just went to Burger King and I got this like bacon burger. And also this kind of I want to call it a McFlurry because I literally don't know what else to call it, but yeah, I wanted an ice cream, and it had like bits of cookie dough in it, so that was pretty cool as well. So yeah, that was my dinner, and then after that I basically just rushed back to the hotel, got my backpack, got my shoe bag and stuff, and I headed off for the airport. But here's the twist, right? Now there's a bus that actually goes from city center of Tampere to the airport, but turns out this bus, which is Route 103, by the way, if you're ever around Tampere again, the twist is that it actually doesn't run regularly. After one ride in like 9:30 or something like that. After that, the next one is at 3 a.m. So I'm not sure how anyone is supposed to get to the airport between those times, but yeah, so I had to do the stupid move again. I had to get a crazy expensive €50 taxi to the airport again so I didn't miss my flight. So yeah, live and learn, but sometimes apparently airport buses are not reliable, I guess. So yeah, again, live and learn. And yeah, so anyways, I did get to the airport and I checked in and I got onto my flight, and yeah, here we are now in Tallinn. I don't think I really have much else to talk about anymore. After this, I'm, gonna change into more comfortable shoes, gonna change into my t-shirt probably, because I still have a couple hours to sit here. So, yeah, I'll make myself comfortable, and that is pretty much it. I don't really plan on filming anything once I get back to Vilnius, because I have a lecture at, 10 a.m. So yeah, my flight arrives around 8-ish, and from there I'm pretty much just going straight to class. Afterwards, I'm probably just gonna go back to my dormitory and get some sleep, and yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed my journey to Tampere, me traveling all the way to Finland only to see my favorite act in the national final lose to someone called Windows 95 Man. But it was still a very fun trip. It's my first national final, obviously, and yeah, I loved going there, watching everything, seeing all these people. It was very fun, and I would definitely do it again if I had the chance. And if you're thinking of going to UMK next year, just do it, honestly. Like, even regardless of the song quality, I think the show is just really, really well done. So yeah, I think it's definitely worth watching. Even if you don't agree with the results, the show itself is still well worth the money. So yeah, I would definitely recommend going next year if you can go, which unfortunately I can't. But if you can go, definitely try and go for it. It's very, very good. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed my vlog of my trip to Tampere, and like this video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my future endeavors with national finals, and I'll see you next time.